Hello everybody. We are live with an unboxing for the Matrix Abel Plus Ver.Dark. The name, if it doesn't make sense to you, it makes absolutely no sense to me as well. It's like, okay, it's made by Matrix. It's the Abel, okay. Abel, not just the Abel Plus. Okay, Abel Plus. But it's not just any Abel Plus. It's a special edition, a different version. Oh, a different version, yes. Ver.Dark. No idea. To performance exclusive. You forgot the X. You always need an extra X. And an S. XS. At the back. Because of excessive naming schemes. Yeah, so... Oops. Let's see if I can find the... Geek Hack thread for the Abel, or at least for some Matrix's stuff. So Matrix has been around for about 3, 4, 5 years, but they've made some boards where I've actually been kind of interested in. I never ended up buying any of them. One big problem with Matrix boards in general, I'm sure this one will have the same problem. A lot of their boards, even new ones, are not fully programmable. Now you might think, you're kidding. There's no way. No. It's proprietary and it's not fully programmable. A lot of them. I don't know about the latest things, but I know that at least for boards that were shipped last year and I think the year before, a lot of them were not fully programmable. And for the ones that are, their stuff is all in Chinese. The Cock Plus version black. Oh yes, that'll be the 1800 version. Okay, where's my knife? I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Bug Whisper, Crippled, Sleepsin, Mr. Keebs is here. Don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Keebs if you haven't already, or follow him. Where's my knife? Trinity is here as well. Purple, NGB, Deadwing Dick, PC Load Letter, Pilot XJ, God is actually #1 for longest sub. I think if you scroll down on my Twitch page to the leaderboards thing and then you go to subs, yeah, 15. And Hell Brother is second with also 15. Close by. 40% Brother is yellow. Hey man, that's racist. Tally, hey, how's it going? What else is here? Just put a Liku PCB in it. Yeah, the thing is, their boards they don't design them with aftermarket PCBs in mind. So, kind of sucks. They have a lot of great design ideas and stuff, but then functionality can be a little limited. A little bit. Hopefully there's no address in here. Let me make sure. You know, I've realized that a lot of unboxing videos you watch on YouTube are not true unboxings. They're like, oh man, we've got to unbox this thing. And then, you know, the tearing open the box and stuff. A lot of them are actually pre-opened because a lot of stuff you buy, they'll include like an invoice on the inside or a packing slip with your address and personal information in there. And if you watch all the YouTube unboxing videos, none of them have anything on the inside. Pretty sure it's all just, you know, they just put tape over it afterwards. Tony, how's it going? He's learning how to use Twitch. He was number one. Smitty, good old Smitty. The Smitty Weberman Gents. I don't even remember. Oh my god, I can't believe that I don't remember it. Weber Jaegerman Jansen. There we go. I forgot the Jaeger in there. We've got switches, we've got stabilizers. We've got bubble wrap. Whoa, gotta be careful. So here we go. Sounds like a pretentious microbrew. Yes, the naming schemes are getting kind of out of hand, honestly, for a lot of keyboards. I guess in general, right? I mean, phones are the same way as well. Now you're just like, I have no idea what phone that is. I don't know. This is the iPhone XS. Like, oh, is that the small one? No. So, time to check this out. I know Oblotsky, the designer of Oblivion and a lot of other good things. He actually messaged me before because he couldn't figure out his PCB. He had to solder. I can't remember what it was, but he had to solder something and he couldn't figure it out. And then the resources online for that board, you know, obviously it's just some forum post somewhere or some shit. It was all in Chinese, so he had to message me and ask me like, hey man, can you help out? Because I have no idea what's going on here. Where is the? Assuming this is the. There we go. That's a strange box. Oh, is this upside down? What? Oh, yes, this is a very professional channel. Very, very professional, as you can see. It just weirds me out that the top lid, the lid is thicker than the bottom. It's just weird. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what is going on? Mr. Keebs! 500 bits, thank you so much. Anyone in on the Samsung Fold? No. How much is it gonna cost? Is it like $3,000? Was it 2.7K or something like that? I can't remember. Okay, so these are Xylants. But the first one I pulled out of the bag okay, listen to that. Do you hear something? The Eerie Cold, hey, how's it going? So this board belongs to the Eerie Cold. He shipped this out last week. It arrived either Friday or Saturday at the leasing office, and so I had to go pick it up. Okay, so you don't hear anything? Never mind. So anyway, my concern is... Do you really not hear anything? No, we're not talking scratching. We're talking something a lot more serious. That's not a scratch. That has a tactile and almost a click that... Okay, so basically this one switch that I pulled out, and you know me, I'm pretty good at pulling out. So it's not just... Yeah, so it sounds like it's a scratch. It's not a scratch. So what I've been doing, I haven't even been pushing the whole thing in. That was just a tip. So I don't know what's going on, but there seems to be a tactile click somewhere above the tactile bump. So before it even hits the tactile bump, there's something going on there. So I was just doing this basically. Just the tip. Yeah, so I wonder what it is. Could be the film. Let me open it up then. So I don't know. I have not been impressed with the V2 the Zeal V2 linears and silent switches. I think there are a lot of QC problems. So see, this one doesn't have that. But this one does. You feel a tactile bump, and then you push it down, and then you're greeted by the actual bump. This one doesn't have that. Yeah, I wonder what it is. I'm gonna open it up. So hopefully it is just a switch film. I wonder if the solution is to just not have switch films. That could be the solution. Let me try that. Okay. Yeah, so that's definitely a switch film. The thing is, I think especially the V2 Zilios or V2 Zeal switches or whatever, they don't need films, and I think that films will actually cause issues with it. So you can see that the housing's already really tight for the bottom and the top. So I'm gonna have to definitely take out all the switch films. Yeah, so the films were designed for actually a lot of old cherry switches. I think this one is maybe old. No, this is actually kind of new. Do I have an old cherry switch? But it's basically there to seal the gap between the top and the bottom housings. But these switches were designed to not need switch films. You can see a lot of vintage black switches will need that. Actually, do I have... Oh, so these are not V2 Zilios, right? Xylons, right? This is V1 Xylon? Is that what it is? Okay, so here's an example of what will need a switch film. Okay, so this is a new old stock vintage black switch. See how much the top wiggles around? It's pretty loose. The connection between the top housing and the bottom housing is pretty loose. Whereas I know Kyle doesn't have that problem. Gaterons in general, at least the newer Gaterons, don't have that problem because their wobble does not come from here. Their wobble comes from here. V1, right? Yeah. So yes. So I can just take the films out. Don't worry about it. It's not too big of a deal. It's just good that we catch those issues now before we put everything together and then oh no. So it's good. It's good that. So that's gonna be. I should probably write that down, just so I know. Let me write that down. So is anyone getting the Galaxy Fold? Is anyone getting the new Samsung Galaxies? Anybody? Anybody? Russ the Bus, Good to see you here. Pre-compatibility. Okay, so I need to write this down. Remove switch film. I just spelled switch without a C. Whoops. There we go. All right. So that's good. At least we checked out the switches. So we can take those out. Okay. So now let's take a look at everything else that's in the box. Wonder how Wodan's doing. I haven't seen him around in a while. God says you should get a job in QC. Is that Quebec, Canada? I should QC condoms. Maybe that's what I should do. Very cool says V2s I actually did myself last week. Didn't need anything except loop. They turned out great. Which V2 did you get? Did you get the Xylens? Did you get the Zilios? Anthony could single-handedly prevent accidental impregnations. Yes. We were talking about that last stream. Saying that It's why you have the smaller your dick, the faster you can pull out. So we've got this thingy in here. It makes sense, right? There's less distance to deal with. But the Daisy tells himself late at night. Another thing also is that, you know, there's less distance for the juice to travel. So it could also happen even faster. And he says that's why I have a kid. Oh, because it's so small that it was basically instant. Did you guys see how there's some people in the dairy industry lobbying for almond milk and basically any kind of alternative milk to basically make it illegal for them to use the term milk because you can't milk a nut and something like that. So they suggested nut juice instead of almond milk. Call it nut juice because that's what it is. Man, this thing is wrapped up really tightly. I don't know how I'm gonna open this up. See, this is not how you put on a condom. And this is the non-regulated cling wrap, so it's actually really sticky. You know how cling wrap nowadays sucks? It's because of regulations, because of there's a material that they cannot use anymore. So when you buy cling wrap, it is not as adhesive, apparently. I love me a good nut juice, yes. 14/71, how's it going? Also, who else is here? AXM2, and I think, who else am I missing? Cerizel. And Mr. Keeps says, did you have issues with Telos V2? Yes. Mr. Keeps, what issue did you have? So the issue that I ran into, and it wasn't just the Tilo V2s, but Tilo V2s were the most obvious ones, that they had clicking problems. A lot of them would have a weird clicking or tactile bump on the leaf. Sometimes it's so bad that you can hear it. Most of the time, you don't feel it unless you go over it slowly. Man, look at this thing, man. How am I supposed to peel this thing off? This is ridiculous. just glued on there. Did I spray on condoms yet? There will be. That's the future right there. Anything can be milked with enough elbow grease. Yes, well, apparently not nuts. Man, this thing is insane. So, Dirico, you haven't even opened this thing up, right? This was packed from the factory or group buy or whatever. Man, what the hell? Holy shit. At least this doesn't leave adhesives residue. Not like the TGR 910. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. But then over here it's kind of glued. The problem is that, so it's very sticky, but it tears off too easily. I couldn't get it unwrapped, so I didn't mess with it. Yes, I get you, man. This is insane. Today's stream will just be me unwrapping this thing. I was not expecting this ASMR. Yes, don't forget to. What was that? Tapping on the window. Did you guys see that one? The what's his name? The guy that's on Twitch and YouTube who talked about kids doing ASMR. What's his name? Oh, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Wobbly something. Wobby. There we go. Pay money Wobby. Yes. ASMR. Fucking tapping on the window of the car. What the fuck? Alright, there we go. It's finally out. It really is. How's it going? Mr. Keith says, about to buy some, and Fox told me about the issue. Thanks. Okay, yeah. Fox, I know, had some issues. Thanking single moms on Father's Day. No, I have not seen his latest stuff. I've only seen maybe 2 or 3 of his videos. I don't follow him as closely as a lot of people do. I mean, I like his content. I should, right? Bad news. How's it going? PC have the crazy LED holes along the F-row. So, what are you referring to? So this is the PCB. It's a... I'm pretty sure the color is supposed to be blue, but it's more of a teal. I think you can kind of see. It's a little bit greenish. It's an interesting color. I think it's supposed to be blue, but you can see the PCB material itself is maybe, I don't know. It's like a yellow. So you can see it's discolored on the outside. So I think it was supposed to be blue, but I mean, color looks pretty nice. It definitely looks green from some angles. If you shine a light over it, it looks green. Or you shine a light through it. Okay, well, it's kind of similar to this color. Sort of. But maybe not. Okay, we've got a red aluminum plate, and we're going to test the plate with some switches. Let's test it with the Xylem V1 first. So, I should also test the PCB, right? That's in fitment first. So from looking at it, I think I will need to clip the switches. Yes. See, it won't fit. Because the V1 Zilios have the same problem as the Gaterons, older Gaterons, where the PCM pins are too thick. And so this doesn't go in. Look at that. So I'm gonna have to clip all those off. And now let's try it on the plate. Fits nice actually. Very nice. So let's hope all the cutouts are done consistently. Because I've had some plates where some cuts are nice, and then you find like one or two that are absolutely terrible. But so far so good. At least seems like most of them are gonna fit the switches nicely. See, there's no wiggle room. It's a nicer cut than on the Rama M60, for example. Devness, how's it going? Unicorn PCB? No. Yeah, this is. Actually, yeah, I wonder if you could. Another thing, shout out to Matrix for the south-facing spacebar stabilizer wire. I appreciate that. That is the cherry standard. So the bigger holes on the bottom. Okay, I already see a difference. The right shift is different. This is the Snow Orion PCB, which I believe has some differences with the Duck Orion PCB, and also has differences with the Unicorn, the Snow Pro Unicorn PCB. So everything is the same except for the right shift. Wire over here on this PCB, and then the wires on the bottom over here. So that's the only difference. Everything else seems to. See, there's no weird sizing issue. They both take up about the same space. Because sometimes some PCBs are a bit bigger than others, and then because that means you can't use them interchangeably with other cases. But yeah, that one is only the right shift that's a little different. Browsing some watch straps. You're gonna buy more watch straps? Oh man, this is a bit chubbier than the TX87. It's about the same as that one. I don't know if I have a Liku PCB on me actually. As in Liku TX87 PCB. So let's check the board out. We've got this thing, and we'll figure out where this goes shortly. So is this the RGB bar? Or is this just... Oh, this is the RGB bar. That is... Oh man, this is... Dude, okay, this is where it gets interesting. This is pretty cool. So I'll have to figure out how to connect this bar to the PCB, right? I don't know where it goes, honestly. So I'll have to, because I see 3 pads over here. I need to connect it somehow to the PCB. We'll figure that out. But okay, check this out. The Erie Cole says, long story short of the board, I bought it with the plan of gifting it to someone. They made switches it for it and left it with me. Then I got a different board, so I'm letting someone else use it. I would have put the V2s in it if it was for me. It's most likely going to end up being one of the boards I use for my 7-bit collection. When is the next 7-bit going to ship, by the way? I know it's going to be the last one, right? Also, Regen and Zulufication. Thank you for the follow. Okay, check this out. So this is the RGB bar for it. Super nice. I don't know how it works yet, but as in, you know, whether it's actually gonna work well or whatever. But when you have basically a daughter board for the RGB, that's nice because then you're no longer limited by the PCB, and your LEDs are basically shining through the bar instead of having the LEDs face downwards, and then you need to have enough space underneath the PCB, which also means there's going to be a gap, which maybe could lead to the board sounding hollow or cheap or bad. And so you basically have to compromise a lot just to have a simple, you know, RGB underglow PCB. But this is a nice workaround. Lots of LEDs, so the effects should be pretty nice. Let's see, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $21. Hopefully I'm not counting it wrong. 21 seems like a weird number. Yes, 21 LEDs. So we'll see. We'll see how this works. And then we've got a tiny little, I'm assuming this is the diffuser. Let's see. Maybe. Oh, it's dark though. What the hell? Do you ever recommend a case to pair with the Heine Bush? Key Cult. Probably the best one I can think of. Yes, but does it bend? Hey, brother, how's it going? We'll find out with the old bend test or snap test. Oh, NGB, yes. NGB has a Grid 600. You should post a link to an Imager album or something, or from the Discord album. Okay, so we've got this thing, which is a kind of like a black or gray acrylic piece. So it's a translucent black. It's almost like a smoke glass window or something. I'm assuming this goes in here. Oh, well, that doesn't fit perfectly. What? So do we have to glue this thing down? I'm so confused. Yeah, there's about 1/2 centimeter of excess space. So yeah, so this keyboard is pretty interesting so far. There's a lot of things that you know are different from your standard custom TKL. Man, look at this underside. Look at that. With that red base. The Omega Speedmaster is a 10 years partnership. Damn, dude. That is hardcore. The box is fancier than your house. Check that out. That is sick. Look at that. It says since 2015. Hey, so I was right. I said they're about 4 years old. 3-4 years old. See, since 2015. Yeah, look at that. And of course, this design is. You know what? I just realized. I almost bought this board. I just realized. I remember this was when the Discord was still pretty young, and JR was showing this off. God, do you remember this one? If you're still here, it's the one with that underpiece. Yeah, they had some cool color options from what I remember. So, and then another thing that is super cool. See, all the chamfers, they're not colored. So, it's a shiny silver trim. So, super cool, because we don't see this very often at all. You know, almost every board we see, the chamfers is going to be just anodized in the same color. Check that out. So, it's got this crazy silver trim that goes on everywhere. Look at that. That is looking so good. Yes, the chamfered edges are so nice. Beautiful. I have to stand for this. This is, oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Yeah, definitely a touch of class right here. Oh man, look at how that shines in the light. Oh my god, that is definitely one of the best TKLs I've seen. This is just holy shit. This is insane. Oh man. You know what would be next level? If you got if Bad News made a PCB that works with this, in the black, and then instead of black and copper, you make a black with silver trim plate. Not PCB. Did I say PCB? I meant plate. Black and with silver trim FR4 piece plate. That would be insane. Yeah, I know, right? It makes the PCB look kind of lame. Because, man. And I know some people really don't like the 4 heads. I actually like 5 head keyboards. I don't like when they have a big chin. But this one, I think the 4 head is still chunkier, yes. But I do like a big 5 head on my keyboards. That is nice. And you know what? I'm gonna have to put feet on this thing first, because I'm so afraid of scratching that nice bottom. So this is looking really good so far. Really, really good. I mean, other than the PCB and some oddities here and there. Oh, are these custom feet? Wait, so you got 6, but there's only space for 2. Oh man. See, okay, even the feet, look at this. It's not just a round bump on. As in, it's not just a kind of a flattish dome or whatever. It's got this inverted nipple on the inside. And do I have to peel that off or no? Or is that the adhesive? Oh, that is the adhesive. Okay, so look at this. See that ring in there? And then look over here. So this just goes right in, and then you have the ring to help you center the rubber bump on. That is nice, man. That is. And it helps you hold it in place instead of having it slide around, you know? It will go well with 7-bit red black. It will go well with a lot of things. This board is incredible, honestly, so far. Okay, but I already see a problem though with the feet. So you can see that there's this other thing here. Actually, maybe. Pricing I think isn't bad. Yeah, the pricing on this thing was actually pretty good, which is why I almost bought one too. I really thought about it, but then, you know, I don't need a TKL. I don't like TKLs. Anthony likes the old terminal style. Not all. I mean, not really. I'm not into vintage boards at all. I'm sorry, but I know there's a lot of nostalgia for that stuff. I don't care for that stuff at all. So it's nice that they included extra feet. They included 6 feet just in case you need more. I will say something that I noticed about the Zephyr. The Zephyr is really grippy. As in, when you put it on the desk, it just fucking just sits there. It doesn't move around. It's actually really hard for it to slide around. Always one of Matrix boards that jumped on this when I popped on Geek Hack. Yes, this is really nice, man. You jumped on one of the best looking ones. Look at NGB showing off his grid 60. So which top do you like the most? Do you like the LED bar or do you like the... See, LED bar, that is. It's a separate bar as well for the LEDs, and it's not part of PCB, which is why it's nice. With my Zephyr tomorrow, by the way. Oh, I hope it's actually purple, Mr. Keebs. Or I hope you like blue. Okay, see, so the feet on this thing is pretty light. Look at that, it's pretty smooth. So they're nice, but they don't serve the job of feet too well. I guess it protects the board, but yeah, look at that. It slides around quite easily. Let's set this aside. Switches. Yeah, but the chamfers, man, that's the thing that... Oh my god. Okay, so we're not done. Oh, it's definitely blue. Oh, so you've opened it up and you've looked at it. I'm colorblind, so what other people say I just replicate, but it's definitely blue. Yes, it is 100% blue. Yeah, it's right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have it on the desk because I still need to replace two of the switches. It's right here. And yeah, this thing does not move. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna have to take this thing apart, but let's check this thing out more. Oh man, I cannot get over those chamfers. This is beautiful. My god. Look at that. Oh. You know what this will look good on? Like a TXCP or like the cock layout. You know, any kind of clusters will look nice. Look at that. Oh man. Chamfers remember the late 2000s HP notebooks. Hey man, don't be dissing. I mean, it's back in style though, right? A lot of phones in recent years have been going back to the trim or accented chamfers. Okay, now the one thing that I really don't like about this board, that font. What in the fucking world is that font? It's like the designer asked the boss, and like, hey, what font should I use? And he's like, just pick whatever except Comic Sans. And so like, oh, okay. So they picked the thing that's closest to Comic Sans. Yeah, I did not like that font. That is pretty bad. Looks like something out of Flintstones or SpongeBob. Plaid is also in style, yeah, and I don't like Plaid. Okay, I'm sending you a TXCP next. Very nice, yes. Is the TXCP for yourself or is it also for someone else? Okay, and then this was the thing that I didn't even notice the chamfers from when I was looking into the board. Man, just look at that, man. That is insane. Just look at the front view. Look at that. That is so ridiculous. So, it's not just the top. Look at this. The bottoms as well. My word. And then this bar on the back. Same thing with the RGB bar if you're going for that. My God. Yeah, check it out. Even the underside has that. This is... So I know that, yeah, the PCB has, you know, and some other stuff. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what to do about how to connect some of these parts together. And of course, you've got the silver, the polished and etched logo over here. I'm going to have to wipe that clean, huh? But it's there. I just made it worse. But so we haven't even looked at the anodizing yet. I just can't get over how nice everything is so far. The way the colors go together, the chamfers, man. Holy fucking tit sack. This is, oh my God. So I'm not gonna lie. This has been one of the most exciting kits I've checked out in years, maybe. When was the last time I was this excited about? And this is just aesthetics, right? This is just aesthetics. We're not talking about everything. This is just in terms of just getting it done nicely. But it's been a while. Gonna chamfer my Christmas gift. Oh, yes. Make it colors as well. Make it orange. Is that it again? So puffy. Oh, no. I don't know why. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind a chamfer dinner. Ming bro. Okay, so now let's... Yes, VPR chamfers remind me of the FF4 plate. Yeah, so I was saying that it would be nice if we could get an FF4 plate for this. That would be insane, mind-blowing. A black with silver trim plate for it. Oh, the white TXCP. Dude, okay, I'm excited for that one because I have not seen any of the white TX board stuff yet. I almost bought the... I would have if the TX75 had been the... Wait, did he end up doing the TX75 white? I don't even remember now. Okay, and then these screws are like a brass color. Bronze brass color, kind of cool. It's got that steampunk look to it. Everybody says this is beautiful. What a find. I'm jelly. Mr. Keeps, have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. This is messing with my jealousy. Thank you. What people say. Makes you make some of the coolest boards. Yeah, I just wish that they would be open to making boards that are compatible with other PCBs, or at least hire a better PCB designer. But maybe it's just things they don't care about, right? But see, again, in terms of keyboards, there are maybe 3 things that you need, right? Either something that looks amazing, something that feels and sounds amazing, and in terms of construction, everything, how everything's put together, right? And then the third one would be quality control and just consistency. Because if you're going to make an average looking board, you're going to make an average sounding and average feeling board, and just with no innovation at all, just kind of run at the mill custom keyboard kit, then I hope you at least make really consistent boards, right? Have good QC, which is what Duck does, in my opinion. They might not sound or feel the best, still pretty decent, but you know, some of them are still pretty good. Definitely not the best. Definitely not innovative, right? They're kind of just like they just run at the same top mount design, and status indicators are just use that with different shapes and layouts. But they're consistent. So they've got one out of the 3 pillars, you know, standing nice and erect. Whereas you have a lot of other boards, like, you know, some that start with a T and rhymes with GR, that, you know, might not be terribly innovative. Looks are subjective as well. I think some of the new stuff doesn't look nice at all, and consistency is just trash. So yeah. So this thing, I don't know about consistency yet. I haven't seen a lot of matrix boards. I've not worked with a lot of matrix boards. Maybe the fourth one should be like functionality, right, in terms of just PCB and stuff. But it looks amazing. That's the thing. So maybe it doesn't, you know, maybe it doesn't sound very nice. Maybe it doesn't feel very nice. Maybe it doesn't have great consistency. But it looks crazy good. This is insane. I just realized. So, okay. Oh, I have to. Oh, man. Oh. See, another thing is, you know how I always talk about how much I hate boards that just have the top-bottom design and then with that ugly seam that runs across? This thing? Look at that. The base is mostly hidden. They show it, they expose it on the front just to achieve this kind of a bottom lip design for an accent color in the front, which I think is super cool, right? People might think, oh, it looks just like any other custom board, you know, with the seam, and then you look at the side. Oh no, we did that on purpose. It's like a big middle finger to you know, Knox 3 boards and other boards like that, because it starts off, you're like, oh look, it looks kind of normal, oh you know, and then nope, look at that, we can hide the ugly seams. Yeah, this is nice. God says, I'd argue Dark is the best in all of those criteria. I mean, they can't, definitely not in terms of innovation though, right? Yeah, so maybe there should be 4 pillars. Maybe we need to figure out 4 pillars. Nothing is what it seems. If they were gold chamfers, Kriegasm. Yeah, I don't know about gold chamfers. I guess that could be cool, but I like the silver. My eyes. Triple says, all this hype makes me want one so bad. I'm glad I don't care too much about one thing that's a TKL, so I'm safe for now. But yes, this is one of the nicest TKLs I've seen. I don't know about how it sounds yet. And I want to say, man, this top, because of, I am not used to an aluminum top being so chunky, being so heavy. This is pretty insane. So, hey, maybe, you know, God, you always talk about how you don't want the tops of keyboards to be too light because you can feel the top vibrating. This is a pretty chunky top. Look at that. And because of the side walls as well. So yeah, so quite heavy for just the top. Man, just look at that. And then so we can replace it with this as well. We've got another, if you don't want red, we can always replace it with this teal. It's kind of cool. We're going to take this thing, the bar in the back out, and then we'll see how the RGB thing works. Yeah, I don't even know if I have time to really look into how to get this done. This might even be, like, I'll probably build most of it this Friday, and then I need to figure out how this thing works and connects. Because, yeah, I'll have to figure out how to change the colors of the LEDs and stuff as well. So this is the base. And again, we haven't even looked at anodizing yet. If it's good, I'll trade my number 1 straight across for it. Dude, you gotta get in on the number 2 hype, man. at that. This thing just looks beautiful. And I think that one cool thing is, because of the way it's designed, you could always just Cerakote the bottom or re-anodize it, because you don't really need the crazy silver chamfers on the bottom anymore, right? You probably don't want to recolor the top, because then you'll ruin all those chamfers. The bottom, you don't really see the chamfers, whatever, but you could change the accent color. So if you don't like the red, change it up, because then it's just gonna go underneath here anyway. Right. So super near. Hey, dude, that would be nice. Neon green accents in the bottom, like a Napier green. And I'm sure with Cerakoting they could probably get something close to that effect. Because Cerakoting you can get very vibrant colors. Not like anodizing. Maybe you should Cerakote the keycap number 1. That's what you should do, dude. Maybe. Just thought. The mid piece, for example. Okay, so this is the underside. Let's look at the anodizing. Let's finally look at the anodizing. I'm not gonna be too strict on the bottom. Okay, so I do see this. Okay, you can see like there's a bit of discoloration near the bottom. I don't know if you can see it though because of all that crazy shine. Okay, you can see there's a line over here. You see that? It's like 2 shades. So yeah, it's like that in person. It's like a darker, more solid red up there, and then a little bit lighter in the bottom. But it's only that part. And inside you can see just, I think, some CNC lines, and I think isn't completely clean on the inside. Let's look at the bottom. Definitely not like perfect. I would give this maybe like the bottom, in terms of the bottom. So we'll give it a score. We'll give the total, the overall anodizing score later on. But bottom is like a 6 out of 10, I'd say. Just no major flaws, but you can definitely see the color's not completely consistent. There's just some smudges here and there. Yeah, so not perfect, but not terrible. And then let's look at the top. So it is black, which makes it a lot more difficult to fuck up. Man, I am so far quite impressed with the top, actually. So I think one thing that's worth mentioning is that it's not a solid black. Do I have any anodized black here? Actually, I might not. I might have anything anodized black here. Oh, actually, I can't remember if this is powder coated or anodized, but black aluminum is a Kia tape dispenser thing. So you can see that the black is a little lighter than this thing here. See that? So it's more of a matte black, I'd say. Actually, not a. Put it that way. Yeah, it is a matte black. Definitely a pretty smooth texture, though. I like it. I really like it. I don't see any scratches so far. You know, one cool thing I realized about having the silver, basically it's bare, right? That's polished chamfers and just bare. Or, you know, as in naked, no coloring on the chamfers. One thing that's nice, other than it being fly as fuck, is that if you have any nicks or scratches, which always happen on the chamfers, right? It's not as obvious. Because if you just have something that's black all over, say jet black all over, and then you accidentally scratch the chamfer, the edge, then you will see some exposed aluminum that's silver or gray. Whereas this one, it's not as obvious if you do accidentally just, I don't know, stab your fork on the chamfer. Yeah, this top, I think it's also really hard to just look at that, man. Just look at this shit. The only smudges you see are my fingerprints and the oils from my fingers. That's it. Other than that, it's just a crazy smooth matte black. See, this is stuff that you can just wipe away because it's not a problem. The anodizing is just fingerprints and stuff. But yeah, so I am super impressed with this thing. I think the overall product, if we put this over it, and then you ask me what to give this in terms of anodizing, in terms of the overall board, I would give it 8. At least 8 out of 10. Maybe even 9. It's getting close to, because yeah, so far the brown tofu that I have is still number 1. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Still number 1 in terms of anodizing. But this is, so again, for this one, I don't think I can give it a 9 just because the bottom is not perfect. And only just, and I'm being very picky in terms of not perfect. But yeah, so this will sit right underneath the tofu. This is insane. So if you were, and so the other board that has really nice anodizing is the LZCP. And the LZCP has a very nice anodized black. Just crazy good quality control. But that one has a more glossy, almost shiny black. This one is just a matte black. It is a very matte black. So I think that the matte black looks even better because of the crazy chamfers. That was definitely a blue option because I know that's what JR wanted to get. JR is also avid user too, if you remember him. But yeah, this thing is, man, I am so impressed by this board. This is just so good. So good. It's been a long time since I've been just wowed by a keyboard. This is madness. You know what? I just realized I did not put an announcement. I am so sorry. I just realized. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh no, I did not put an announcement in the Discord. Whoops. Been live since no. Oops. I knew I forgot something. But it's a blue, green, yellow, gold, and red. Ver.Anime, they're going to ship. They offered a silver version swap out instead of black. Couldn't find much on build logs for them. I've only seen 2 or 3 that have been built. And God says, you have to get a step above what Duck is to have innovated. That's true. And I mean, there have been some, but whether or not it actually did anything is another question entirely. They go with the whole all-in-one philosophy, it seems. They just wanted to work out the box. Hammer says, you hyped on that. Yes, Hammer Brother, yes. I think that was the last time. Hammer Brother, you're correct. I think that was probably the last time that I thought, oh my god, this is insane. Yes, I think that was the clear 5-degree case with the Z60 when we turned on the RGB and then it went the way the light refracted. I think that was probably the last time. This is a built silver one. Silver is good. I mean, if I had to pick, I would pick this. This matte black is just so good. This is insane. It almost, honestly, it almost feels like a you know, the rubberized coating type of feel. It almost feels like that. This is just so good. Yeah, I think that if you just had the top, I would give it a 9. And if you count the chamfers and everything, if you include that as part of the anodizing and the overall look, I would give it a fucking 10 for just that top. Maybe. But, yes, this is actually so good. Are you sure you want to just give this away? Yeah, this is just super nice. This is why the hobby kind of sucks sometimes, because people hype up really overrated shit, whereas things like that get passed on by you know, most people. But this is actually really nice. Let's open up the, okay, let's take out the bar, and then yeah, I have to figure out how the LED works. Put it back. Anthony's like an indie gamer now. Damn AA Studios. I mean, it's not just like that though, right? Cause the thing is with AAA titles, you can't argue against their graphics. The graphics are still the best. And the thing is, with a lot of the boards that get hyped up in this community, the presentation is not even great. The polish is not even great. You know, the thing that worries me the most whenever I receive something that doesn't have any real flaws in it is my concern is that if something happens to it, it's gotta be me, right? You know, if I unbox something with just, you know, like horrible discoloration everywhere and just nicks and scratches, and then, you know, somehow you know, I see a scratch I don't recognize when I'm shipping it out, I'm just like, it probably wasn't me, right? But if it's something that, you know, looks pretty much perfect, then I start getting really paranoid. I'm like, oh my god, now if anything happens, it's on me. Very cool, so I'm glad you get to build it. I'm sure it beats putting together something standard. Yes, this is definitely very exciting, and I really appreciate you sending this board out. I can't believe it took so long. It's been, when did we first talk about this thing? God says that's basically everything I own. You mean in terms of it having scratches? And I remember that mirror when Does that damage me? Oh no. Yeah, with the key count. Oh, was that me? Probably not. You should just try to convince everyone that comes over that it's purple and gray. No man, it really is just gray. I don't see any kind of green in it. Maybe you should get your eyes checked, dude. I think July last year, maybe a little later. So it's been almost half a year. That hand thing, hey, how's it going? I have a towel over my hands at all times now. God says silver is cool, but the black is better because of the contrast. Yeah, and like I said, it's not just any kind of black; it's a very matte black. So it looks super good with the accent bottom and the glossy and shiny chamfers. Okay, now this is one annoying part. These screws are so hard to take out. Dadford, how's it going? Okay, so we've pulled this thing out. See, okay, it definitely is a matte black matte. This is just crazy good. Look at matte black with the silver trim. Oh no, what happened there? Abel is a fun build. So okay, Dadford, did you figure out did you use this? The RGB bar thing? Because I don't really want to use Google Translate. I'm Chinese. I grew up speaking Chinese. I would, whether or not my reading skills is considered fluent is a debate. It's an actual debate. Okay, so yours didn't have RGBs. Okay, so I'm assuming. See how there's a cutout here? So this is the USB cutout, and there's something similar over here. I'm assuming this thing goes here. And so we're gonna have to solder that for sure. That means I probably have to buy some wires and stuff, right? I mean, I have some. I don't have, but I don't have 3 different colors. So maybe I can just use the same color for all of them. And then this thing goes here. Yes. No, wait, this is not the right one. Yeah, and then we have to figure out how to put this bar thing in as well. Probably have to use double-sided tape or something. And this goes here. Now, one thing I do wish is if they had put this a different color. I really wish they had made this red or something. Because I don't really like that. It's just 2 black pieces side by side. I think there's already a lot of black going on. I think if they made this red, that would have been nice. Alright, can you imagine if this were red, and then instead of this thing being red, you just include the crazy teal over here on the back? Yeah, I think that would have been a winner right there. Hit the black at the RGBs. I guess I can see that. I guess so. But yeah. So again, this is super cool because the RGB LEDs are nice and they actually face outwards. They face the diffuser. Instead of, facing away from the diffuser and then you have to rely on reflection to have it light up. Yeah, this is... in terms of this year, this is definitely the coolest board I've assembled this year, or I will be assembling this year. I cannot get over how nice this top looks. This is stupid good. Just crazy. If only they didn't equally space the archery missed opportunity. Oh man, they could have. They could have been as good as Duck, but you know, not everyone can be. Use a hot glue gun instead of anodized bar. Tyler Durden say, how's it going? Good to see you here. Has Matrix ever made a 60%? 61. Banjin, welcome. If you need 3 different wires, can you use an old Ethernet cable? That's what I've used in the past in a pinch. Maybe. I mean, do I really need 3 different colors though, right? We're not really going to take them apart very often. Maybe. And it's gotta be short though, so it's not really necessary to have 3 different colors. Maybe. I say that now, but maybe it's not lined up perfectly on the PCB side. Like maybe it's slightly different and I'll have to actually remember which is which. But it's just 3 wires. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's put the plate in here. Maybe. Should I put the plate in here? We can check out how it looks with the plate. How's that? Man, that is a winner. Now, I'm not usually a big fan of black and red, but this looks nice. And yeah, it could be any other color, right? If you just, this is just so good. So good. I hope it ends up sounding and feeling nice, but so far, I am beyond impressed. It's been a while since I've been excited to build a keyboard. So, cause not gonna lie, what I look forward to is, you know, the past few weeks I've just been looking forward to Sunday when I get to continue building the Saturn V Lego set. Like just now, I had to put the box back in the storage for, you know, for the whole week, cause then we'll take it out again on Sunday. And then yeah, every day I'm staring at the unfinished Saturn V. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't wait to finish it. And you know, I'll just be walking around the house and I'm thinking, okay, so I finally get to finish that next week, and then after that, I'm gonna do the Lego Bastion set. After that, I'm gonna spend 1 or 2 weeks on the U.S. Capitol building, so I can finally display it on my TV stand. And then, and then when am I gonna be able to get to the brick bank? And I'm sure by the time I get there, maybe I'll have the Mustang set and stuff like that. And I'm thinking in terms of that. It's of course it's that picture. But yeah, so this just is really good, really good. Thank you so much, Eerie Cold. The Eerie Cold, man, so nice. Here's another thing that's nice. Regala Panda, hey, how's it going? Okay, here is another thing that I should mention that's nice. So you see how the top and the bottom are gonna meet, right? So instead of having just an ugly ass seam across, they actually went ahead and put a chamfer on the top as well. As well as on the bottom of the top, so that the sides don't just meet flat against each other. There's like a little gap. See that? The 2 chamfers meeting each other. And so normally it might not look nice if it ran all across, but because of the way it's just an accent front piece, I think it looks nice. Oh my god, that silver is, oh my god, look at that. Oh, that's crazy. You know, maybe the reason why I like it that much is because, so this is the first mechanical watch that I bought. I recently took the straps out, so it's just basically a pocket watch right now. But you can see it has a brushed body for the most part. The casing is brushed, but the bezels are a polished chamfer. So, reminds me of this. No FIAL refund still. The engine said he went on vacation. Oh no. Buying your own screws is not so bad. Buying screws, I mean, you just have to go to a hardware store and look it up. It's not entirely terrible. If you do end up getting it for $40-something, that's not the end of the world. And look at that. We've got these crazy brass screws as well. But yes, bees in a trap. This is absolutely sexy. This thing is just, oh my god, just beautiful. See, when I think of, people ask, oh, why there are people who buy custom mechanical keyboards, who spend money on custom mechanical keyboards. Why would they do that? This is the board that I'll point them to. This is the board where I'm going to check this shit out. This is why people pay money and wait months and months and months for custom mechanical keyboards. Yeah, now I wish I had picked one up. Because they were, I think, under $400 shipped or something like that. This hype is bound to go nowhere but down. Absolutely. But, again, if it does end up sucking to build and type on, again, you've got the 3 or 4 pillars. It's got one thing going for it. It looks nice, right? That's how the world works. Doesn't matter how shitty your personality is, how much of a cunt you are as a person. If you look good, you got something going for you. And you're gonna have a pretty decent life. This is the damn good Just One Keyboard Award, yes. And now a message from our sponsors. So I have to find a way to wrap these bars up. I'm kind of worried about damaging them. Do I wrap them in paper, maybe? I think that's what I'll do. Will it fit? Yes. I'll put this here. I think I actually will need my York M's. Not even sure what to do with them, but I will. Who are your York M's? Is it just York Panda switches with mod M's? Okay, so here's one. Let's do the other one. So I've had some people complain that or at least they say that, you know, I'm just always negative when it comes to keyboards. No, you just have to make a good product, or at least a product that looks good, right? In terms of the finish and everything, this is definitely one of the best I've seen. Just the you know, no scratches, no discoloration on the top, the crazy silver chamfers, and then they went out of the way with the LED bar in the back as well. Now I don't like this though. We'll find out about this, but so far, yeah, we'll see how that works out. I think this is. I would not put Metaverse on this. I don't think I want a set with predominantly white voters. I mean, colors. I think a white and black set with red accents could be nice. Or just Necro. Yes! Oh my god, I can't wait to put Necro on this thing. Asset Chrono or 60% for cheap. What 60% do you have? Born too late to explore the Earth, born too early to explore the galaxy, born just in time to see Anthony shield something other than KP fans. Yes! A glorious moment, my comrades. Okay, and then I need to put these two. Man, these things are scary. They're so thin and flimsy. Test space. This goes back in here. Wait, chocolatier as in GMK chocolatier or SA chocolatier? Because my GMK chocolatier is not shipped yet, I think. Talk about SA? Oh yes, look at that beauty. I'd put SA chocolatier on this thing. I'm a man of impeccable taste. Man, this is kind of annoying. This is like docking, but instead of just a regular docking, it's like you're putting two uncircumcised dicks up against each other and you're trying to dock. And you're trying to fit one foreskin into the other. This is just quite difficult. Because both of these are the exact same size. The wrap is quite tight in this board. This usually works fine on other TKLs, but this TKL is a bit chunkier. You know what? I'm not gonna put the plate in here. I don't want to bend it. So I'm gonna put these things just on top, like so. Put these back in here. Take films out of switches. Should I QC them myself? No worries. Easy fix. Easy fix. Oh, no, flip. But yes, I am pretty hyped for this. I'm gonna be disappointed if it doesn't end up sounding or feeling nice, or there's some crazy, terrible issue with it. But it looks nice. Is this what people say about holy shit, see, I can't even remember her name now. Megan Fox, there we go. She's not that good of an actor. She's kind of a dick. But hey, she looks nice. Oh well. A lot of people say she looks nice. So let's run the credits. Run the credits. Oops. Regalia says, can you put my feel on the keyboard slideshow? Oh yes. Now I'll get reported for gore. This disappoints. The TXCP may be better. Yeah, TXCP. I mean, I've had a TXCP. You know, was still one of the best boards I've seen in terms of anodizing. But this one I know is the white coating, so it's different. And from what I understand, Kin has not been was disappointed with the QC on his whiteboards. Oh no, air's too dry. Oh, this is terrible. But okay, thank you everyone for being here so much. Thank you so much everyone for being here. Not thank you everyone for being here so much. Anyway. And for the cheers, Mr. Keeps, thank you. New follows, we've got Skiyoshi and Blue Hedron. Thank you. And we will look for someone to raid, yes. We'll look for someone to raid. And thank you to Iriko for sharing your keyboard with us. Really appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna look for some small indie streamers. So, I see this guy is trying to make a name for himself. He's a kind of a young up and coming channel. He's streaming on Apex Legends. He's called Shroud. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna raid Shroud. He doesn't need our 20 people or 30 people. Oh, we have 46. No. Okay, but we are gonna go to Mr. Horologist, right? We showed off 2 watches on stream. So, and this is a long-time friend of the channel. So we're gonna go there. Thank you everyone for being here. Demidic, NGB, That Hand Thing, Bug Whisper, Crippled. I bet if Megan Fox was Spread Eagle and Chamfers, Anthony would be in heaven. Oh man. Oh man. Some Chamfers thighs. Hair Brother as well. The Eerie Cold. Who else? God. Regalia. Thank you everyone for being here. We're gonna do the raid. And I will see you all Friday.